Ooh, good morning, everybody. Come on, Texas Skyball. It's chilly. It's a whopping 42 degrees this morning, man. This ain't right. Actually, it's perfect. I'm getting to the point where I'm ready for a nice killing freeze. Let's get this over with. But let's wait a week. Next like Thursday or Friday, we can have the killing freeze. Not yet. Yeah, drop the dog off. I am hungry. I'm tired because this dog has had me awake since 4:30. You going? You're not gonna bail? You're gonna make me get out. He's gonna make me let him out. Normally this dog bails over the edge. Oh, are you kidding me? Everyone's got jokes. Everyone's got jokes. Yeah, so the dogs woke me up at 4:30 this morning. And by the time I got them outside, let them go pee, got them back in, my brain had already seemed to fire up for the day. So I haven't been back to sleep yet. So I'm going to run over to Wiley and go get me a good old gringo burrito and a big monster because it's going to be a long day. Okay, gringo burrito, monster. Let's put some fuel in the wagon. Okay, Glenny. Good luck. Have fun. So, we are up and going. What time is it? I'm gonna clear my air codes. 9:45. So Glenn is gonna cut on a neighbor's stuff, hauling 20 miles over yonders to that pit. I came over to cut a few loads to check moistures because his harvest lab hasn't worked since we bought the damn machine. So I came over, cut 3 loads, made sure the moisture is okay. This says 63, so based off the other fields, it'll come out of the oven about 68, 69. Now I'm gonna go switch to the 12 row to cut some of our heavy feed. I gotta get 12 loads to finish a pit, and then switch back to this head to cut some of our fine stem feed. The next field that I'm coming to is there straight in front of you. I gotta go switch heads up. Okay. One of our truckers is lost. So yeah, I'm just taking our 4 trucks. I'm gonna go cut some heavy stem feed that this header doesn't like. That's why I'm switching to the 12 row. Gonna go do that, finish that pit, then I'll switch back to this head to cut some of our fine stem feed to go into our pit, because that's what my plan is for the day while Glenn tries to work on that neighbor. Okay. Clear as mud? Good. It's for me too. So yesterday was an interesting day. What is today's Thursday, 23rd. So Tuesday I think was the last day I had the camera, because that's the day we went way down and came back and Glenn was out south. Glenn was still out south all day yesterday. It took him 3 days to cut that dry land, which is insane, but alright, whatever. But so my day was kind of crazy. So it started with the 12 row head. And then we went to the Zern for a little while. And then to cap the day off, we went to the pickup head. So everything was kind of crazy because the first field I was cutting, it was the heavy stalks. So I knew the Zern was going to struggle. And we knew the moisture was pushing right at 70. But the whole field was leaning. There was places where it was flat. The 12 row head doesn't like that, or neither does the 10 row head. That's kind of half the reason the Zern was invented, was for down tangled up feed. Well, because the moisture, I knew the Zern wouldn't work. I was able to figure out how to cut it. We were just cutting one way with this 12 row. Everything was fine, other than the moisture. So Big Chief called Maddie. She was swathing a hayfield right by there. Said, hey, bring that over here, start swathing. Poor Maddie makes 2 passes and finds the missing air vent that we knew was out there somewhere. Unfortunately, she found it with the header at speed, not, oh, hey, there it is, let me go around. No, just right over the top of it. Called it the Terminator for a reason. Anywho, so I cut a chunk with the 12 row, Maddie swaths the rest of it. Well, while we're waiting on that to dry, I switch over to the Zern, cut another sprinkler, quarter, get that done. Bart shows up with the 12 row, we unload it with a loader, boom, or the 12 row, the pickup head, unload it with the loader, knock out the windrows. That was a long, miserable process, because who would have thought 28-ton feed that's all tangled and nasty and now dirty because it was swathed cuts hard. Yeah, so that took the whole day. So now the plan is Glenn is going to keep cutting with the custom guys where I left a little bit ago. I've got our 4 trucks. I'm going to cut on a pivot over here of our heavy stuff. I got 12 loads finished pit. Now I'm going to move over there with the Zern, cut some other stuff, work on our pit. Now I'm saying this, I know I've already said it, so let's get to work. Well, that's not what you want to see. Now to figure out where that's all coming from. Is it those guys? Can't see anything there. Alright, gotta go inside. Alright, can't see anything from the inside where the big valve block is. If I remember right, that pump we're pretty sure is for transmission. So I'm going to refire this, get the wheels cranked, start cleaning while I wait on Bart. So hopefully we can get this figured out pretty quick. Oh, that is disappointing. So the hose isn't... So Bart and I were just guessing that was the pump for the transmission, but we were wrong. That pump is for the header drive. As soon as I kick the header drive in, there's like 8 different little pinholes in the hose spraying, which is really bizarre and frustrating. That why are there all these tiny little pinholes? Either way, John Deere does not have the hose, might have the parts to make it. So we're going to go to the shop, figure out how to take it apart, which isn't going to be easy because it disappears behind the def tank and it stops behind the def tank. So we might have to take the def tank off, which is completely full of def. Either way, it's going to be a long day all of a sudden. Well, there's the problem child of the day. This one that's all cleaned up from us messing with it. The other one just happened to be his accomplice next to him. So, being a hose, I mean, it's 1-inch hose, special ends. I didn't expect our dealership to have it. No big deal. On a strange coincidence, McPherson, the dealership we do our choppers through, is the closest one that has one on hand. Because, like I said, special fittings, you can't build that hose. That's why there's no specs given on the dealer's computer to build it. But no dealership had his little partner there. Now, both of these hoses come out of that opening back in there. Where is it? There's a light. All right, hang on. Let's get in there and show you. So I think I had talked about these hoses drive the header. So they both hook up to the block right there. These 2 hoses, coincidentally, were just changed in the last month. So these 2 guys come off of that block. Let me see on the camera. Back in there. Go down this little channel. Clear up there. Now, this plate does not come out because it's got a tab. So we just got it wedged in place to hold it there. To hold the belt up. Why doesn't this plate come out? Why doesn't the belt move more? Because the def tank is form fitted to fit inside there in between the belts, so you can't get it out. All to get an extra 2 gallon of def when the stupid thing won't freaking run with that full anyways? You got to drain that down to get it hot, so then you can fill it up again. What we're thinking is this machine was designed and put together before this side was there. So I'm pretty sure the way John Deere would say to do this is take this panel off, drain your def tank, which sits right here, pull it out, then you can pull that shield out, then you can get to everything. We're not doing that. Let's go look on the inside. Okay, so you climb up in Bart's little cubby hole here. You see the two caps? That's the motor right there. That's all fuel tank around it, def tank above it, and a solid frame rail beside it. I mean, engineers wonder why they catch so much crap from farmers. This is why. What? Could that not have been made a foot longer to be right there on the front side of the fuel tank where you could access it without having to disassemble all this? Because trust me, this is not all open like this. There's a pile of plastic out there on the ground where this covers this. Yeah, now the fun part is the fittings. This is the other way we know this was put together before that def tank was installed. So they're a clamp style of fitting over it. So you got top, bottom, seals that flange. Now, the bottom bolt on the far side over there against the tank, you can't even see that when you're putting it back together. You gotta go all off of hope, feel, prayers, whatever. I guess just cross thread it and suck it down as tight as it'll go, right? That'll seal it off. So now our chopping hopes for Friday are all resting on UPS's shoulders. To say their overnight shipping is struggling lately, it would be a massive understatement. Talking to the Deere dealership, they said this week of all their overnight deliveries, they've gotten the 3 out of the 4 this week. So we're hoping to make it 4 out of 5. But I know there's been twice already this year we've overnighted parts. We got them 3 days later. But you still pay the overnight price, by God. Whether it shows up or not, you're going to pay that premium for shipping. The other major downside and the bummer is everyone was so excited because all the talk this morning was we're taking Saturday and Sunday off. No chopping Saturday or Sunday. Got a cool surprise for y'all next week. Now I heard those dreaded words all, well, suppose we better plan to run this chopper on Saturday because they're talking a chance of rain middle of next week. So that's fun. Meantime, I'm gonna sit here, listen to Glenn, get his machine ready because, well, I got nothing else to do. Either way, guys, talk to you later.